You feel it too, right? Prices are creeping up, brands are pulling back, sponsors dragging their feet. What's really going on with the economy, and what does it mean for you as a creator? Well, let's talk about it. Hey, folks, welcome to Legit Podcast Pro. My name is Gordon Firemark, the podcast lawyer. And if you are building something meaningful with your voice, with your content, and your community, well, you're in the right place. Now, this week's episode is a bit of a departure from our usual topics. We're zooming out and looking at the big picture, what's happening with the economy and how it might shake up your business as a creator. There is a lot going on, so let's break it all down. So here's the short version. The US is bringing back tariffs, basically import taxes. Stock markets dropped about 10% in 2 days. China hit back with its own trade moves, and some economists are even waving some yellow flags about a possible global slowdown. Now, it's true the president has backed off from those tariffs for the moment, but there's no telling what's coming next. Now, I get it. This might sound like stuff that only economists or CEOs should need to worry about, but hey, if you are a podcaster, a YouTuber, or an online entrepreneur of any kind, well, this is your business. You are a CEO in that sense, aren't you? So here's why this all matters. Creators today aren't just putting out content. They're building real businesses. You've got branded merchandise, affiliate product links, courses, ebooks, subscriptions, even your own e-commerce operations. And, a lot of that stuff, it's sourced or produced overseas, and when tariffs go up, your costs go up, and so do prices for your fans. Let's say you sell a hoodie for $40. Well, if your cost to produce and ship it jumps up by 20%, what happens? Either you have to raise your prices or your profits will drop. And with your audience already feeling the effects of inflation and the tough economy, raising prices could lead to fewer sales. Another big area to watch is advertising. If you're monetizing through YouTube, TikTok bonuses, Instagram reels, or payouts, or those kinds of things, you may see some changes. Ad budgets are, after all, one of the first thing that companies cut when they start to get nervous about the economy. And even if your audience is steady or growing, you might notice lower CPMs or fewer high-paying campaigns, shorter terms of brand partnerships. And listen, this isn't theoretical. This already happened back in 2022. YouTube saw a significant dip in ad revenue, even though people were still watching. Now let's talk about sponsorships. The deals are still out there, yeah, but the landscape is shifting. Brands are being pickier, and they're looking for creators who can deliver real conversions, who understand the audience, and who have the data to prove that they're worthwhile investment. You might start seeing deals that are more tied to performance. We'll pay you this if this converts, or bonuses tied to conversions with lower upfronts. That means that contracts matter even more than ever. So make sure your sponsorship agreements are crystal clear. And if you need templates for those kinds of things, head on over to podcastlawforms.com. Okay, so what about your fans? Well, platforms like Patreon and Substack have been lifelines for many creators. But with inflation rising, your audience might just have to cut back. Now, that doesn't mean they'll abandon you. It just means that they might drop their account to a lower tier or pause their support temporarily or just be more selective about where they choose to spend. So the solution is to strengthen your community, to offer real value and make your supporters feel like a part of your mission, not just buyers that you're catering to. So let's get tactical. Here are 4 things that you can do this week to help stay ahead. First off, diversify your income. Don't rely on one platform. Add a paid digital product, a course, affiliate revenue from domestic suppliers. Review your expenses. Look at things like fulfillment costs, subscription tools you no longer use and can eliminate. Anything that has a low ROI might be worth a hard look. Tighten your contracts, especially with sponsors, clients, or collaborators. Make sure the terms are clear. There are defined deliverables, reasonable payment terms, and reasonable cancellation clauses. And then double down on your community. The more you build the real relationships there, the more resilient your business will feel. This might also be the right time to shift your content focus. If you're in a niche that could slow down, like travel or luxury, maybe pivot. Offer some budget-friendly alternatives. Highlight practical, high-value solutions. Your audience will thank you. And if you're not already offering something they can buy, well, it's probably an idea to start there. So here's the part that often gets overlooked. This might actually be a good thing in the long run. Economic pressure has a way of clarifying priorities. It pushes out the fluff. It forces us to focus. And creators who treat this like a business, well, those are the ones who make it. We saw it back in 2008 and again in 2020. The most adaptable creators didn't just survive, they grew. So let's wrap it up. This is a moment to prepare, not to panic. Use this time to strengthen your offers, reinforce your community, tighten your business operations, and streamline. And hey, if you're a podcaster, now is the time to really act like a business owner. Grab my free business and legal training at podcastertraining.com. And if you want a peek inside my Easy Legal for Podcasters program, check out the sample lesson at gordonfiremark.com/levelup. So until next time, stay creative, stay protected, and keep on building something that'll last. I'm Gordon Firemark, the podcast lawyer, and this is Legit Podcast Pro. I'll be back again soon with another episode.